Hello, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, depending on where you're tuning in from. Thank you so much for joining us tonight on our virtual weekly broadcast. This is a live presentation. Again, whether you're watching this live or on a replay, we appreciate you taking some time out of your busy day to learn a little bit more about Yoli, its products, of course, as well as its business opportunity. Now, before we begin, my name is Daniel Song. I'm just going to be your virtual host tonight as I bring on two amazing guest speakers who are going to share Yoli with you this evening. Before we get started, though, can you go ahead and make sure that you go ahead and click on the full screen mode so that you can have the screen expanded and you can see everything on the screen? It's going to be important because they're going to reference a lot of the things that you will see on the screen. Second thing, guys, again, if you're already here, you've made the time to tune in, just take a look at this information with an open mind because, again, a lot of this information could be absolutely life-changing for some of you guys this evening. Now, we appreciate you taking your time. We're not sure exactly what brought you or motivated you to get on this call this evening. Maybe some of you guys received a gift in the mail, maybe a tasting pack or some samples in the mail, and you were asked to jump on this broadcast, or maybe some of you guys have friends or family members that thought, hey, you know what, Yoli might be a good fit for you. Whatever the reason is, it's primarily because obviously someone thought about you, loved and cared enough about you to feel like this is information that could be important. So with that being said, I want to go ahead and bring on our first amazing speaker for you this evening. Dr. Kevin Miller resides out of the Midwest. Kevin Miller works with, obviously, it runs a very successful wellness practice. Kevin Miller also serves on the Yoli Medical Advisory Board. That's comprised of 5 amazing expert level wellness doctors who not only help develop and look at the future of where the Yoli products are going to go, but also continues to find ways to improve and reformulate and make the current Yoli products as cutting edge as possible. And we're so grateful to have experts like Kevin on that team. Kevin also has an extensive background in athletics and works with a lot of top tier athletic people. And he can be the first to tell you how Yoli products go far beyond just the weight loss benefit. So with that being said, I want to make sure Kevin's on the call. Kevin, are you there?
I am here.
Awesome, Kevin. I can hear you loud and clear. I'm going to go ahead and hand over the controls to you, and you'll be able to be good to go.
All right. Well, I appreciate that, Daniel. I just want to get started and just thank you, everybody, for coming on tonight. I want to go through the Yoli system and just briefly overview the benefits of having a system, an easy system, a foundational system that's going to help you get your health and wellness going in the right direction. In this time of the season that everybody is in, we are, it's a crisis time, and you have the option. You can choose to react to the crisis and, go down, make your health even worse, or you can find something good in this crisis and make it better. And that's what I want you guys, everybody, to do is let's come out of this crisis, better health. Everybody looking at themselves, what can I do to myself to make my life better, make my health better, make my family's health better, so everybody can improve and be a healthier nation, be a healthier world. And that's really what we want to do. I've, in my personal life, have had my mother-in-law and father-in-law have not had great health, and we have lost them. And that's really our mission now. And my mission is to make it so other families don't have that situation. And, that's what we want to do. And unfortunately, it's happening too much. And we just want to get people healthy. So let's get started. Health by the numbers. If you flip to the next slide, health by the numbers. Chronic degeneration disease are primarily lifestyle-related illness is the leading cause of death. So 80% of the death is chronic illness, heart disease, cancer, diabetes, neurogenic diseases, things like that. They're preventable, but we can't vandalize our body anymore. You have to take control of your health and build a foundation so the body can heal. I have 2 kids, 13 and 12, and that generation right now is the first generation that they're not gonna outlive their parents, us. So that's not okay with me. That does not sit well with me. I want to leave this world a better place for my kids so that they can leave a better place for their kids. But that's not what's happening right now. Just the whole nutrition industry, $77 billion annually in diet and weight loss products. So it's a big industry, but it's still nothing compared to the pharmaceutical industry or other biotech industries. Like, nutrition is key to health, and we need to get it out there more. People need to understand putting good nutrients and supplements in their body is good for them, and it's going to help them in the long run to stay healthy. And healthcare expenses is one of the largest expenses per month for average family. I was just talking to a patient today, and they said that their health insurance premium for a family of 6 is $2,900 a year, which is crazy. It's a large number, and it's just a big number. So the health crisis today, standard American diet, sad diet, whether it's McDonald's and Twinkies and Mountain Dew and Cherry Cokes and the Bang energy drinks, whatever it is, that's a standard American diet right now. High carbohydrate load, low nutrient dense foods. And so we need to fill in those gaps and put high nutritional content and get rid of the harmful chemicals, the harmful preservatives. There is this thing called metabolically obese normal weight people also, and they look from the outside, they would appear like super healthy. And I just had a gal in today, you'd look at her and you'd be like, there's nothing wrong, but she's got heart disease, she's got diabetes, and thyroid, Hashimoto. So she's got an autoimmune things going on. But you look at her, say she's healthy as can be, but she's not. So there is such a thing as metabolically obese normal weight. Journal of American Medical Association states that 25% of the U.S. population is metabolically obese, and that equals about 78 million people out there. So we are not as healthy as we can be. And there's a lot of misinformation out there. Diets don't work. It has to be a lifestyle. You have to commit to a lifestyle that is going to be healthy. They're not sustainable and sometimes create more harm to the body than the benefits of the weight loss. Even if you do lose weight, sometimes there's lasting effects if you don't do it in the right manner, if you're putting toxic products in your body. It's so confusing and indicating out there. I mean, you can do a Google search and you get out, 1,000 different diets, right? What we want to teach you is principles and pillars that don't change. That's how your body works. You just have to put the good things in and let the body take those nutrients and do the right thing. So they're principles, not fad diets. And that's what we want to get across is build the foundation of your body first. Some people already have the foundation built, but now let's start zeroing in and making your body function and move even more efficiently. Confusion and complexity leads to frustration and not taking action. I hear this all the time in my office. Like, there's so much information. I tried something for a week and I just quit because I just don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. That's a common thing out there, and I get it. I get confused. And, I study this all the time, and I still get confused on, who do I believe on? Is eggs are good or are they bad? Or is fat good or is it bad? So there's a lot of different conflicting information out there. And again, we just want to give you the principles and the pillars to allow your body to function the way it should. Most products and systems aren't addressing the root cause, but they just treat symptoms. And again, we want to build that foundation so the body can take care of and do what it's supposed to do. So we do have these things called the pillars of health. And the first one is your body pH. Acidity. People their fluid in their body gets really acidic. And I use a swimming pool, for example. When you want to keep the swimming pool in an alkaline state or a neutral state, they have to put minerals in it. Same with our body. If it gets too acidic, we don't get enough minerals in our body, you're going to get acidic. And acidity, bacteria love it, bad bacteria, viruses love acidic natures, parasites. There's a lot of different things that love acidic environments. And if your body's acidic, your joints, you're going to get gallstones, you're going to get kidney stones, all these different things are going to happen. So, and that's kind of the flagship of the Yoli system is balancing your pH. So we'll talk about the product that's going to do that here in a minute, but balancing your body pH, keeping it slightly above alkaline is very important. Your gut health and microbiome. This research is blowing up across the country at some of the most prestigious universities. Just in the last 20 years, when they decided to take an electron microscope and start studying the gut lining and all the microbes in there, the viruses and the bacteria, microbiome plays a role in almost every hormone, immune function. Those little bacteria and viruses in there inside your body, you need them, and they are going to help you become, to stay well. Oxidative stress, inflammation. So the cells produce, they take nutrients in, and then there's byproducts, and after they metabolize, all these metabolites are the waste. And if your body can't get rid of that oxidative stress, that's when bad things are going to happen. Some of those chronic illnesses. It's kind of like back in the day, lead in the gasoline. The gasoline that comes out of the tailpipe, and the lead does, and it causes bad emissions into the environment. So it causes environmental damage. Same with your body. If your body metabolizes the nutrients and bad things are left in your body, that means disease is going to happen. Along with oxidative stress, how you detoxify and get rid of that. That's the most important thing. You got to get rid of the toxins, and through your kidneys, through your lungs, through your gut, through your skin. Those are all big detoxification pathways. Energy. You are responsible for creating your own energy. You can, in the morning, you wake up, you can either create energy or you can lose energy. And you have that's what your body is. It's one bundle of energy, and you decide, do you want more energy or not? And if you do, this is the place to get it, because we're going to put the right things in your body, eat the right foods so you can create that energy. And then sufficiency, having enough, the macro and the micronutrients in the cells. Health is at a cellular level. And if you can get those cells working, bringing the good nutrients in, getting rid of the bad stuff, your body's going to work as a whole so much better. Blood sugar support is another pillar. So blood sugar, insulin load and response. Insulin is it's essential for your body, but if you have too much of it flowing in your body all the time, it becomes bad. So we want to reduce that insulin load down so you're not metabolizing so much sugar and carbohydrates all the time. And then neuroendocrine and immune health. So your nervous system, all your hormones, and all your immune health, which encompass, that's those three systems right there, all intertwined and interconnected, are going to make a huge difference in your health. All right, let's go to the next side. The quality you can trust. Yoli puts a lot of time and energy, and myself and the other doctors that are on the doctors advisory boards, the founders, and we want high quality stuff in ingredients in our products. So they're GMP certified. So that means that it's at the highest, it's manufactured at the highest quality facilities that's out there. And that's, Yoli has a high level of GMP certification, GMO free, so no genetically modified foods. It's grass fed, so the whey products are coming from grass fed New Zealand cows, super high quality. Canada approved. If you can get in Canada, if you get products approved in Canada, we are doing really good. So that probably trumps them all, but getting products in Canada is very tough. So they have to be high quality, gluten-free, no gluten in our products, pesticides-free, Food and Drug Administration of Philippines. We do have a big population in Philippines that are taking Yoli products, hormone-free, 100% natural, and we have a vegan protein also to fit that community. All right. So let's get into the transformation kit, the 28-day better body system. And there's 5 basic products. It's easy to follow. It's a health gain system with a side effect of weight loss. We don't focus on the weight loss, but it just happens because the body's putting in the right, you're putting in the right nutrients, and the side effect is going to be weight loss. This stat right here is amazing. First time users report an average weight loss of almost 16 pounds after just 28 days. So the first transformation kit, an average of 16 pounds. So I got some cool stories just real quickly. Just got a guy on it. He's overweight, is an old wrestler, old athlete, and he's a coach now. And he couldn't even wrestle with his guys anymore. He got really tired, fatigued, and he lost 14 pounds in the first 2 weeks. 14 pounds in 2 weeks. Amazing. He got his sister on it, and this is how naturally it happens. He's just like, I feel so good, I got my sister on it. Lost 6 pounds in the first 5 days. Another gal, the first 28 days, lost 12 pounds and several inches. So it works. You just got to get those nutrients in your body. What's included? So let's go into the products here, and the product in I talked about the flagship product and the acid-base balance is Alkali. All right, so this promotes healthy body pH levels, and what it is your macro minerals: potassium, calcium, and magnesium. So those 3 macro minerals, we need them for muscle function, we need them for nerve function, we need them for muscle contraction, for almost every function in your body. So if you get the macro minerals in, and they're designed, formulated to get through the gut, through the stomach, acidity, get into the lower GI so they can be absorbed into that bloodstream and get to the places where it needs to. Really cool technology with the Alkali. Gets rid of acidic waste, improves muscle recovery times for you fitness guy, CrossFit guys out there and women that did MRF on Monday. I did it. I'm sore, but I loaded up on the Alkali so I could recover a lot quicker. And then helps the body aid in acid indigestion. The next product is Passion, which is probably my favorite one. It's an energy drink, a replacement. If you know somebody that's having a bunch of sodas or pop, a bunch of coffee, pot or two of coffee a day, the Bang, the energy drinks, this is a great replacement for that because it is gonna has an all natural energy blend, green tea in there, helps boost metabolism, helps natural energy, and replaces those sodas and energy drinks. Then we go to the next one, the Yoli Essential Shakes. And these are the best ones that I've tasted. So many of these throughout the years. And this is the best one that I've ever tasted by far. And essential amino acids and probiotics. So there's a probiotic right in there. So it's going to help your gut. It comes from non-denatured whey protein from New Zealand. So there's different types of whey protein that you want to put in a product, and this is the highest quality one that you can get. It's hormone-free, grass-fed cows, and the processing, it's a cold process, so it's high level whey protein. Boost glutathione and serotonin levels. So glutathione, that's a big word, but what that means is antioxidants. So we talked about that detoxification process. Glutathione is the #1 antioxidant detoxifier in the body that your liver produces. That's going to help get that crappy stuff out of all the metabolites out of your body. And for those people that don't like vegetables or their fruits, it contains a full serving of gut healthy fruits and vegetables. It actually feeds those bacteria in your gut. So that's huge. That's a huge one. Builds lean muscle mass and supports weight loss. All right, let's go into Pure is the probiotic and liver cleanser product. So it's an all-in-one gut supplement, improves bacterial flora and supports your digestive system. It does have a prebiotic, probiotic. So the prebiotic means that what what the bacteria is going to eat. So it gives it food, and a good food for it. It has digestive enzymes, liver support, supports immune function and overall health and weight loss. So one of the best products also, if you're going to take something just for health related, I love the passion because it just tastes good to me. But pure and alkali for just for health purposes, for that inside function, for your acid base balance and your gut function, those two right there are huge. Let's jump to Resolve. So when we go to Resolve, this helps you feel full. So we're not getting the cravings all the time. So we're not eating all the time. It's got a fiber in there. It's called glucomannan. So it's going to help increase the fiber so the gut can eliminate the waste a lot easier. Apple cider vinegar powder. We know that's very good for the pH also in your body. And then apple fiber helps feed the bacteria. Promotes healthy gut and blood sugar. And this will really help bust through the weight loss plateaus. When you get stuck, this is very good to help clean out that gut and reduce the cravings. All right, so more than just the products, we have a meal plan also. So I think the products are super important part of the system. And what I like to say about the system is each individual component, you add them up. So 1 + 1 + 1 + 1 isn't 4, it's 25. And it really, if you do all of them and plus the meal plan, it's going to make your results just skyrocket, and it just, trajectory up. So that's the great thing. What I love about the Yoli plan, it comes with the meal plan. It's step by step. You enjoy real food and snacks. You have the meal plan and the recipes. You have a mobile app to help you, and you can either customize it. There's some, if you like keto, or if you like Whole30, or if you like intermittent fasting, there's a bunch of different ways to eat out there, and you can adapt this to any of those ways. If you're strict keto and if you have I can do it for a few days, but man, after a while, I like to have a meal day. It goes from a protein day or a keto day to a meal day, and you get carbohydrates throughout the week, every other day, and you get support. You get support from your team members, from events like this that we have throughout the community. And for me, that's a big part of why I love Yoli, is because I made so many friends. We got to travel and just keep people healthy, and that's been the amazing thing. Let's get back into a couple more of there's some other products besides the transformation kit, and we call these the optimizers. So we have enzymes. Sometimes that food that you eat needs more enzymes in it. If you're not eating fresh every day, which it's hard, right? I get it. To have a garden, grow your own food, and eat totally fresh, so you have those natural enzymes when you eat. That's a tough thing to do. So we have enzymes that are going to help digest those proteins, carbohydrates, and fats when you eat them. Vitamins. We have omega-3 fatty acids, and these are huge. I was just listening to a podcast on a researcher that is researching the omega ratios in your body and how important they are. The ratios in Americans is 3 to 4 between DHA and EPA, and it should be between 8 and 10. So we are very deficient in those omega-3 fatty acids, and we need to get more omegas in our diets and supplementation. Glow is skin, hair, and nails. It's got collagen, B vitamins in there. Super good for connective tissue. You got to have good nutrients for the connective tissue. Dream is a sleep product. So melatonin and 5-HTP. 5-HTP is a precursor for serotonin, which is your happy hormone, but also really is heavily involved in how you sleep. And then lean greens is, again, if you're not eating your green fruits and vegetables, lean greens covers that for you. You can do a few servings of that a day. It's got ashwagandha in it, and it's going to be a stress or cortisol support. So very good things there. And then we go into the sports and performance. And again, this is one of my favorites. I work with a lot of in the wrestling community, a lot of athletes in my office. But sports performance is huge. Athletes, they have one thing in mind. They want to compete, and they want to compete at the highest level. So Fun is our rehydration drink. It's got branched chain amino acids in it. It's got the alkali blend right in it. So recovery is going to be a lot faster. Replaces something like the sports drinks. Get the fun in the kids and the athletes. It's a lot better passion you can do for your pre-workout. pH2O is another product where it's got the trace minerals in it plus the macro minerals. So it's got all the minerals involved, and you can drink it rather than taking a capsule. The Yes Shakes are super good for after a workout, rebuilding those muscles after you tear them down. Alkalite, again, getting the minerals in, and then Flex. So Flex is a joint product and an anti-inflammatory product. It's got great things in there to help with both of those. Immune support. Also have some optimizers for immune support. The Truth is like your vitamin C antioxidant drink. My kids love this one. The new pomegranate flavor is amazing. I just had that right before I got on the call. So good stuff. I'll brag on the Truth all day long. And then you have your Pure for your gut support. Defend is another immune product. And it's sold out during the whole crisis because everybody wanted Defend to take so that they didn't get sick. And then Dream again. And then the pH support. So I've talked a lot about the acid-base balance and keeping that pH level, right at that neutral level. Alkali, lean greens, the pH2O again, and then the Fun. That all of those products are going to help keep your body so it doesn't run in that acidic. If you have stress going on, if you're an athlete, when you work out and you get sore after, what's that buildup? It's lactic acid. And so making sure that that lactic acid doesn't get built up. These products are super good for that. And then, real people, real results. Look at the pictures. And this isn't a sales, it's sharing something that works for people. And if it works for somebody, people are going to ask you, what are you doing? What the heck are you doing? And that's an opportunity to tell them. And it's just an organic process that happens. The products taste good and they're healthy and they're going to get results. You just got to get them in your body, follow the plan, follow the principles, follow the pillars so your body knows what to do, and it can build that foundation of health. Because the goal is you want to have energy and you want to be well enough for your family. I mean, that's what it boils down to. And if you're sick or not feeling well and you can't go do what you're supposed to every day, that's when life doesn't get fun. And we want to keep life fun for everybody. So a new you begins today. If you're ready to, whoever got you on this call, connect with them. Just do it. Just get going. If you're looking for something, you want to try something different, or you heard about it before, somebody told you, you saw the results from somebody else, all I can tell you is just do it. Just go for it. And it's good. Investing in your health is the number one thing that you can do. So many of us, we vandalize our body. We never invest in our health, but then when it breaks, how much is that going to cost when it breaks down? It's going to cost more than your car. It's going to cost more than your house. It is expensive to break when the body breaks. So invest right now. Don't wait another day to do it. If you're ready to jumpstart the health transformation, talk to the person that got you on this call. And right now it's cool. They have a 20% benefit for signing up now. Whether it's customer member. So get your 28-day kit. You get all the products, you get your meal plan, you get the person that signed you up to help you. You get the Yoli community to help you also. And there's a $30-day money back guarantee. I mean, how cool is that? There's no risk. There's no risk in doing it. So you have nothing to lose and everything to gain. So I just pray that you guys jump in if you haven't tried it yet. Get started. You won't be disappointed. Like I was talking about earlier, it's an organic sharing business. You know, you can choose to do the business or not. It doesn't matter. You can be a customer and love the products, but people are still going to ask you. So use the products, get the results, get your insides healthy. Because if the insides are healthy, the outside's going to show. You experience with the results. You talk. You know, whether it's hot summertime, everybody's going to be, hanging out again, and conversations are going to happen. So, you know, when you're drinking your passion or your shakes or whatever you're doing, you're going to be able to share it with friends, and then they can take a look at it. So I love this stat: 92% of people that trust personal recommendations over commercials and other advertising methods. So they trust you. They trust you, so they're going to do what you tell them. All right, so I want to introduce our next speaker. And this is Jeanie Fountain, and I've been able to hang out with Jeanie. She is a mentor of mine. She is one of the smartest women that I know. She has impacted thousands and thousands and thousands of lives, and I just in awe of her all the time. We got to travel with her and her husband Rick, and just pick her brain, and just being around her presence, I get better, because that's how strong of a woman she is. She's a strong leader, and I'm just blessed that she's part of our Yoli community and teaching all of us. So Jeanie, if you can come on and take it away.
Awesome. Wonderful. Thank you so much, Kevin. I so appreciate you, and actually appreciate you and Lanny. Let me see if I'm not seeing my screen here. There we go. All right, so thank you so much, Kevin. I think I could seriously just sit here and listen to you talk all day long, and I wish there was some way for me to be able to hold on to all the wisdom that you have in your brain and be able to share that with other people. But obviously I can't do that, but we have you. There's a reason for that. So I just want to make sure we're on here, because I'm not seeing there we go. All right. Kevin, you can see me fine? All right. Well, I appreciate all of you guys being on here tonight, and being able to, just share our hearts, and hearing from Kevin. You hear his story, you hear his passion behind his words about these products, and I feel the same way. One of the things that we normally would do is I would just share my story and tell you more about myself, which of course I will do that. But I wanted to share with you more. I wanted to share the normal story, but I thought, you know what? People just need to hear, like in the beginning, what were the reasons why I didn't want to do this business? I think that a lot of you listeners right now, and even if you're listening to the recording, you're going to also, just resonate with that, because I felt that way in the beginning as well. So just a handful. Well, first of all, I'm Jeanie Fountain, and I'm here in Bettendorf, Iowa. I am married, and I have 4 children. My oldest is 24, and my youngest is 15, and all in between. So finding Yoli was a complete life and game changer for me. I know that for certain. And I found Yoli back in April of 2012. And so 4 of the things, I just wrote down 4 things that really were the reasons why I told my sister. I have an identical twin sister. I told her, I cannot do this business. There's no way. And the first thing is that I don't have time. How many of you guys can say that to yourselves about everything under the sun? I don't have time. Well, you guys, I'm here to agree with you. I felt the same way in the beginning, because of the fact that I was working a full-time job, more than 40 hours, because I was actually a manager at a local hospital and contract company. And I was working easily 50, 55 hours a week, on call 7 days a week, because of the fact that when you're in management, and some of you know this, it doesn't matter if you're only salaried at 40 hours a week. You still have to work as many as it takes to do the job. And so that's where I was at. I was also working a part-time job on the weekends, trying to make some extra income for my family. My husband was working a corporate job as well for full-time for 18 years by then. And really, he was working another part-time job trying to make some extra income, but also to kind of take him into doing something that he's passionate about, and that was coaching. So he was coaching football at the local university here as well on the side. So you can imagine 4 kids in 3 different schools, all of them in sports, plus our full-time jobs and our part-time jobs. And then my sister comes to me and she says, hey, you want to start a business with me? I'm thinking, are you insane? There's no way. So that was my first objection. My next one was that I didn't have any money. Even though my husband and I were working fantastic jobs, we had great salaries, making an excellent income. We're like a lot of families out there. We were living at our means. And that's why we had to work those extra part-time jobs, because we had to make the extra money to do the fun stuff, right? Or maybe go buy a new couch or furniture or things like that. So, so having no money, we were used to it. We got used to that. And so when it came to, thinking about investing in a business, I just said to myself, there's no way. Where am I going to get that from? But when I really thought about it, I thought, you know what? That's exactly the reason why I need to do this business, because I don't have any money. And so that was the second objection. My third reason was I had no experience. You guys, I have never worked in direct sales or network marketing, call it what you want. I'd never done it in my life. I had no interest in sales. That has never been my heart. And so that lack of experience kind of put me at a halt, because I thought, there's no way, no one's going to listen to me. I can't sell things, right? And so some of you guys feel that same way, right? And so then the last thing that I'll share with you, there were multiple other reasons, but this is what a big deal to me, was that at the time, again, this is over 8 years ago, I was extremely introverted. I was so quiet and I was uncomfortable in groups. I was uncomfortable talking to strangers, things like that. And I've been like that my whole life. As long as I can remember, that's always the way I was. And so my comfort zone was sitting in my living room on my couch in my sweatpants with my dog and my kids. And so being able to step out of my comfort zone and do something like this was way out there. That was just another one of those objections of myself. And so, so those are the handful of things that really stopped me from really wanting to jump on board when my sister first asked me. But 4 months later, she convinced me by driving up into my driveway with her BMW, and it had on the license plate, it said, paid for by Yoli. And so I was like, all right, I'm not getting left in the dust. I am totally doing this with her. Heck, even if I made $100 a week, you guys, that would be a game changer, because that would offset even my grocery bill. And if you have children, we had 4 at the time living with us that we were taking care of, and they would eat us out of house and home. So I thought, hey, I'll just set my bar low. I'm just going to go for $100 a week. Let's do that. And maybe it would be really nice to have that BMW like my sister. And so, so then roughly about 6 months later, I ended up getting car qualified, just like Jen did. And so I was super excited about that. But then fast forward, lots of things happened in between there, but it took about 1.5 years for me to be able to get to the point that I could let go of that career that I was in almost 20 years by then. And to be able to be home for the first time in my children's lives finally. And to really, how can I say it? Just to have options, to know that I could still make a difference in people's lives. Because if any of you work in healthcare, I feel like that's kind of innate, that kind of is in our hearts, and that we have that heart to serve other people. And I could still do that, but I could do it on my own time, in my own way, in my own home, and still be with my kids. Again, at that point in time, my oldest was graduating from high school. So all of those years, I'd always had them, for example, in daycare by the time they were 6 weeks old. So anyway, that's a little bit of my story. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about that as we go through these slides. But the financial situation, you guys, in the world today, it's a dual income generation. And it's the husband and the wife. They both have incomes. And they also have side jobs. And so that's nothing out of the ordinary, but typically people like myself, I was still punching a clock. I was still trying to get that income by punching a clock and working some PRN jobs on the weekend to make that extra income. But 1 in 3 families in America, and more than half of the millennials, have some sort of a side business. My kids, my oldest children are boys, they're 24 and 22, they call them a side hustle. So that side hustle sounds a little cooler, but they believe in it out here in the world now. It's nothing out of the ordinary. So don't feel like this is something. It's really very natural in the world today. So the average American has less than $1,000 in savings. You guys, oh my gosh, I don't even think I had 1,000 in savings when I started into this business. Let me just tell you. And obviously we all want to have like some kind of an emergency fund even, but we didn't even have that. And so it's so normal. And I have tons and tons of friends that could probably say the same thing. We live at our means, and I'm not saying that's a good idea, but it's very normal and it happens all the time. So a savings account for us was kind of unheard of. So let's see here. 84% of Americans are not financially for retirement. All right. So my corporate healthcare job, I have a 401k. I had one. And at the time though, I really didn't take it really seriously thinking about retirement, because we all think we're invincible. We all think we're really young. I'm pushing 50 this year, but I feel like I'm 30. But when it came to my 401k, I only put in the minimum of what was necessary because I felt like I didn't have it to be able to put into that. So I absolutely was not ready for retirement. And I'm sure many of you who are listening are probably not either. So having some type of a side hustle, you guys, a side business from working from home, how awesome would that be? That it would be something that would create something residual for you and for your family to build that savings account, to have a college fund, things like that. Let's see, cost of living has gone up an average of 40 to 65% in some areas. Heck, yes, you guys. The cost of living keeps going up and going up and going up. And I don't know about some of you guys, but with teenagers, their wishes and their wants and all of that keep going up as well. So as my kids keep getting older, there's even more demand for what technology is out there and things like that too. But the minimum wage is not going up, parallel. So we need something extra. We need a side income that's going to help us with that. So even today, you guys, right now, with COVID-19, it's impacted. There's not a single person in the world that it hasn't impacted in some way, shape, or form. So whether it be that you're a small business owner or you work for a large corporation or you're a stay-at-home nanny, babysitter. I have friends too that babysit for other people's kids, and they were even impacted because now their families were out of work, and so they weren't bringing the kids. I mean, there wasn't a single person, I don't think, even still today, that's not being impacted by the corona situation. So the impact is going to expand into 2 to 3 years, if not longer, you guys. Heck, we're not even out of the woods yet. We still are seeing these cases in some places in the world that are going up and not coming down. So it does make a difference in the business world. It does make a difference in your financial picture for the future. So to me, oh my gosh, there's not a better time than to think about something wild. I have to throw in here. One of my kids is unemployed right now because he was because of the corona. So he couldn't go to work, and so he was collecting not workers comp. Oh my gosh, I just lost the word. Okay, but you know what I mean. He was collecting money from the government, being able to have an income. Unemployment, geez. And so during this time though, I was telling him, I said, start building your business, build it stronger while you have time. You're at home anyway. It's time to start doing something a little bit different so you can have something better for the future. And right now there's no better time than that. So if you are in that situation, you guys, just look around, keep your heart open, keep your eyes open and your minds open to the other opportunities that are around you. Over 6.6 million people filed for unemployment. It's right there in front of me. That was my son, one of them in the process. So you guys, there's a need out there. And I hope that if you are in need and you are also one of those people in the 6.6 million people that are unemployed right now, please consider something different. I mean, in something that could potentially bring you something that would be more secure for the future, because there's really no such thing as security. Did anyone call that Corona was going to come and there was going to be a pandemic in the world? No, nobody knew that, but it happened anyway. And here we are, some of us that are struggling so badly to get by. Keep your mind open. So we'll get to that, more of that. All right, so small businesses really quickly have 14 to 30 days of cash reserves. That's probably stretching it even. Lots of businesses, including small businesses, restaurants, smaller entrepreneurships, things like that. They don't have the cash reserves. Some of them won't even be opening back up again because of what's happened through this last 30 or 60 to 90 days. So, all right. Oops. All right, the gig economy culture, you guys, I love this. It's so true. Airbnb, Etsy, Uber, Lyft, you've all heard of them. We all have as we travel and we see these kinds of places. People are totally into the gig economy. They're totally into the side hustle and having a side income that they can create and have leverage for themselves and have their own time and not have to punch a clock. They do it on their own time when they're available to be able to do these things, and they're looking for things on the side. So keep your mind open and be able to, reach out and share with the people around you too. If you decide to do something like this, there's people out there all around you that are looking for something that they can do that would create an extra income for themselves as well. So this is not out of the ordinary. All right, home-based direct sales, you can call it what you want, social marketing, network marketing, social selling, MLM. There's all kinds of names for this kind of work, you guys. But the benefits of this, it's low startup costs. I know personally, and I know Dr. Kevin too, who was on, when you start a brick and mortar business, you guys, I know I was part of one that it took $250,000. I'm sure even more so for a chiropractic office or any kind of business that's brick and mortar. So much investment goes into that. But when it comes to this, the company, like Yoli, they've already created all of that. They have the corporate office. They have the shipping that they take care of. They have the procurement of all the new products. They're creating new products. So all of those things are already within your business when you start, and you don't even have to take care of it. Heck, we have a customer service department that takes care of customers, our accounting, everything. So there's nothing like this. All right, flexible hours and schedule. That's one of the main reasons why I even wanted to do this business in the first place. I needed flexibility so badly. I needed to be able to work on my own time and to have that time with the kids that I never had before, and an extra income. Who doesn't need an extra income? I don't know a single person in this world who wouldn't love to have $50 a week, $100 a week, whatever it is that would help to offset some of their smaller bills and things like that. Community, Dr. Kevin talked about that to you guys. I never had so many friends in my life. I already told you, I was always introverted my whole life. So my comfort zone was a very small pot of people. But the community within Yoli, gosh, I could pick up the phone and talk to 1,000 different people that would totally talk to me, encourage me, lift me up, support me. I could talk to another person across the world and they would hop on and share their story to help me to share with someone else. I mean, there's nothing like it. Support system and tools, Yoli's already created all. There's no reason to reinvent the wheel. It's all here for you already. And a sense of purpose and impact, you guys, that's one of the things that's dearest to my heart. It's really that I've always wanted to help people. I've always wanted to serve people, hence the reason why I went into healthcare. But being able to do something like this, when you know you're making a difference with these products, like Dr. Kevin was saying, you're helping them physically and emotionally. It's not always about weight loss. Maybe it's sports management type things or recovery and performance, whatever it is, you're helping people every single day. And I cannot wait to get up every single morning and know that I'm making a difference in someone else's life. And I receive messages all day, every day. And it makes you feel so amazing. And so there you go. So those are reasons for your home-based direct sales business. All right. So this slide here, you guys, really quickly, wow, it's super powerful. When you create a residual income, and what I mean by residual income is an income that comes just by you helping people to get healthy, and then you help other people that join your team to be able to do the same thing. And then the income just comes in every week. And sometimes, I'll be frank, I don't even know where it comes from. It just comes, it just shows up. And so if your monthly residual income is $100 a month, it's like having that, it's like having $24,000 in the bank earning interest at 5%. Is that crazy? When I looked at this, I thought, is that real? Because I'm not really a numbers person. I've never really thought about it. But then my usual and typical goal for myself when I started, as well as the people that start into the business with me, is what if it was $100 a week? So you look at here, it's $500 of residual income a month equals $120,000 in the bank earning 5% interest. So the numbers go higher and higher and higher. It just is unreal. So how powerful is that? Residual income, it's leverage. All right, direct selling global sales for 2018. It's a couple years old, this slide, you guys, so you can only imagine what it is today. But the NFL brings in $12 billion a year. And then look all the way down here. Direct selling, $189 billion. What? That's insane. That is incredible. And then you can see music industry, movie industry, organic foods, video games. Heck, with my boys, I think they spend probably half that. But anyway, you can see all the industries around the world have nothing on direct sales. This is it, you guys. This is the way to go. In global sales by product type, we work in wellness, you guys. We are health and wellness in Yoli. That's what our company is. But there's all kinds of network marketing, direct sales companies out there. And you can see here, we're at the top. It's the place to be. People want to be healthy. All right, so direct sales by gender. Direct selling is one of the few places where women earn dollar for dollar what men earn. That's Art Jonak, with the founder of the Mastermind event. He is so right on. It's kind of crazy because, and not that I don't want men to be successful, right? I mean, Dr. Heaven's right here looking at me on the screen. And so we want the guys to be successful too, but it's kind of incredible how it doesn't matter what playing field you're coming from. It doesn't matter your nationality. It doesn't matter your gender, nothing. We all have an equal playing ground when it comes to this kind of industry, and you make it whatever you want to make it. I mean, even in my healthcare corporate job, it was heavily female in the front lines, as you know, as far as working with patients, but corporate, as far as management goes, it was heavily men. So, and not that that's a bad thing, I was still in management, but this is an amazing place where it doesn't matter who you are, you can have success. All right, here's our founders. Oh my gosh, you guys. Robbie Fender, Corey Citron, Darren Falter, Bobby Jones, Kimmy Fender. You guys, I've never met amazing people like this. Successful, incredible people that I could literally pick up my phone right now. I could dial their number and they would sit and talk with me. They would have a conversation with me. In corporate America, where I came from for 20 plus years, I never even met a CEO, ever. Okay? So these founders came together and they put this company together, you guys, as distributors. They have over 100 years of experience in network marketing. And they came together because they wanted to create a company of their own that was better and made for distributors by distributors. So here we are, 11 years now down the road since the start of Yoli. And it's self-funded, privately held. The founders don't even answer to shareholders. They answer to us as their members out here in the front lines that are helping people help people. And they're a debt-free company. When have you ever heard of a debt-free company? I don't know about you guys, where you come from. I've never heard that before. So that's incredible. It gives you so much sense of security and safety, really, when it comes to the company as a whole. We opened up a new 100,000 square foot corporate headquarters in Utah. You can see a picture here, but it does it no justice. It is incredible, amazing, beautiful. It's been a couple of years, but I've been there so many times. And you guys, wow. This is incredible, incredible, incredible company that is just continues to improve every single year, every single quarter. And I am so super excited for the next 10 years. We are open in 3 international markets, not only the US, but Canada, Mexico, and the Philippines. And now we have a new partnership in this last year with a company called Truesome Visions, but they have melded with us. We are kind of this melting pot now. Rod Harrison, the CEO of Truesome Visions, they are just all about not only business, but mindset. You know, we can help people to try to get healthy physically and emotionally, you guys, but I know that you know it all starts right here between your ears, in your mind. And so they've helped us to be able to take our company to the next level when it comes to that, to help our customers not only succeed temporarily and in their health, but also in all of their life and for the long haul. And so we are so grateful for them, and we're so, so excited. You guys know that there's no better place to be than here. I promise you that. All right, so last slide, it starts with this little green box, you guys. When I started, I was definitely thinking to myself, I'm a 3. You can see on here, I had lots of questions. I had no security or confidence in the business side, but I did know I wanted to try the products, and that's exactly what I did. I started on the products, had amazing results, lost almost 20 pounds my first 6 weeks, felt amazing energy as well, and so many health benefits since then. And hence the reason why you guys might also want to be jumping into number one. You want to transform your health and your financial future by saying yes to whoever it is that invited you guys. Know that you are not alone if you have any objections, like I kind of talked about earlier. We all had those, but I'm here to tell you, you guys, that I'm a regular person, just like Kevin, just like all the people that you're going to meet within Yoli Nation as you start to get to know more of us. I come from a small town, blue collar family that never went to college. My parents, my husband's parents, we lived in a small town in Iowa. You guys, if I can do it, you can do it. I promise you. So please ask questions, reach out to that person that has introduced you, and really make a decision to do something different so you can have something better. Because it's out there, it's right here in front of you. And I don't believe in accidents. I think you're here and you're supposed to be here listening to this recording. So I love you guys. Thank you so much for hopping on here with us. And feel free to reach out to me anytime. You can find me on social media, and you can reach out to the person that invited you. And I'm happy to share more too. So thank you guys, and have an awesome, awesome night.